Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have no intro, nothing. We're just jumping straight into it because it's a very special day. We got a surprise Monday patch notes drop. And a lot of people have perused this before they're coming here, so you know what to expect. But this is gonna shake up Battlegrounds pretty heavily. One of those weird, there's only like 10 patch notes, but they're super impactful changes. And I can't wait to play, because even if they aren't my favorite changes, and even if I don't think they fix the major problems, they shake up the game. And Blizzard has listened, at least to the complaints or the statements made by a lot of people, which is basically saying the game is getting stale. We could change up a lot of things, try to get to a place that, you know, even if we're still anxiously awaiting that 0.2 patch, the 25.2 patch, which should be coming in about 2 to 3 weeks. And that will add, you know, the next major system, whether it's like, you know, the previous 0.2 patches have been quest system, buddy system, new tribe added, etc., etc. That one's right on the horizon. But we don't have to wait till that, because we have a shakeup to the meta, jumping all the way down here, past all the standard kit changes. If you are a standard player, feel free to peruse. I don't know what the game mode is, so like, we're going to jump straight to Battlegrounds. And yeah, Battlegrounds Updates. Let's make this slightly bigger for you guys so it appears nicely on screen. You might not see a ton of patch changes here, but they are big changes. Quest offering rates have been tweaked many times this patch. Little things changing, like Kidnap Sack becoming easier to earn, Treasure Vault, Tiger Sapphire becoming, Kidnap Sack harder, Treasure Vault and Teal Tiger Sapphire becoming easier. Some of the outlier quests, Kidnap Sack overperforms, these guys underperform. Good changes. But the big one, Partner in Crime, we'll start with this one, being offered more often. Some of you guys probably don't even know what this quest is. I've been saying it on stream for like a month and a half now. There are people that have played quest meta for 4 months and have never seen this quest. It was so absurdly rare to get the Partner in Crime quest. Basically, the requirements were that all 8 heroes in the lobby have to be eligible for buddies. They had to have like buddies in the old meta and not have mostly unchanged hero powers. So basically, like heroes like Elise that fundamentally changed their hero power would be ineligible for buddies as well. And then there was a 1% chance in that lobby that everybody was offered Partner in Crime. That came out to like 1 in 300 or 1 in 400 chance of getting Partner in Crime. That's ridiculous. It was so rare. We've gotten it twice in 1,200 games. That's an absurdly low offer grade. And we don't know how much it's been increased, how more it will appear more often now. Could be that it's 1 in every 200. Could be 1 in every 10. But if we see Partner in Crime more often, that makes crazy games. Crazy games are fun. Change up the game, offer things that are more fun. And that's the universe, or the constant across this patch change here, is that all of the quests that the vast majority of players, I would think, considered to be the more impactful, more fun quests, they're offered more often now. Change up the game, throw the shit directly into the fan. Let's find crazy lines, crazy scaling lines, tons of triples off of Pilfered Lamps, Wonderball giving weird boards, Yogg doing nasty things. The fun things more common. Who can complain there, right? These are the things we want to play. They may not be the best quest in every scenario, but they're the most fun quest most of the time. And the game is a game at the end of the day, and we want to have fun. All right, coming to the minion changes. These are very impactful changes. There may not be a ton of them, but holy crap. I don't know what we're thinking here. I don't know why you would ever do this, but I love it. But I love it because we have dealt with poison meta for so long now. I am so tired of saying this is a poison lobby. No beast, no mechs, Murlocs are in. Guess we're going to have to play poison. No longer will we be saying that. Toxfin is now on Tavern 6 instead of 4. That's not a small change. That is a massive movement. All the way up to Tavern 6. Not only that, they're adding back Seafood Slinger, we'll get to that in a second, to make Murloc's like toolkit completely different. It's going to make Murloc's really ridiculously hard to play outside of like turbo high rolls. You think it's hard to play Naga right now? Try playing Murlocs without poison. Because, well, a 100 health Murloc doesn't mean shit if it only has 20 attack. Because those kind of boards don't do anything in the middle of the game. Alright, couple other things in here. Major changes that are coming in this patch. Mechano tank gone. So one of the big game culprits for the, or big mid-game culprits for those blowout boards that do 15 damage is now rip. Sad. Replacing it is Mechano Egg. So basically the change here is lower tempo, but better synergies with Death Rattle-oriented compositions. Kangors gets better to take in the middle of the game. Baron as well. Deflectobot, etc., etc. Pretty much, I would say a positive change across the board. White Mane gone. Oh my god, best patch note. White Mane was the culprit for a lot of the, we'll say the exodus of a bunch of the pieced together compositions that exist in this game. The drop in win rate of Leapfrogger. The absolute obliteration of Exodia Pirates. When's the last time that you saw an Exodia Pirate board? Like, speaking for myself, the only Exodia Pirate boards I've seen since White Mane was introduced were Volatile Venom pseudo Exodia boards that would just run like, you know, Khagars and Barons and Scallywags so that they could get a bunch of procs. But no like true Exodia Pirates, because it turns out when 1 5-star hard counters your composition, that's pretty bad. Playing 6 minion boards, letting your opponent go first, and then smacking straight into either Baron or Khadgar or Eliza to just destroy your composition. Pretty hard to miss, huh? Even if you try to run 7 minions, you lose a 50-50 and you just die. And that's not good enough, man. Like, that is so bad. Additionally, adding back Witchwing, the 4-star 3/5, Avenge 3, add a Battlecry minion to your hand. Basically, one of the best hits in the game, early game, to get, because it prints out extra value in the form of Battlecry minions and extra gold in the form of the minion being sold. Mithrax coming back on Tavern 5, and we just talked about poison is going to be reduced in this lobby. So, like, Mithrax coming back, he's always been one of the best power leveling minions in the game. If you hit a triple into a 5, you get a Mithrax, you usually just level straight to 6. Now we don't even have a bunch of poison. You got to be really high rolling to be able to take a bunch of 6-stars in this game right now. And, yeah, if poison's no longer available on 4, Leroy's the only card on 5 that's capable of value trading. Not even White Mane exists anymore to try to target specific units off a board. Then it's just Manted on 6 and Toxfin on 6 to deal with cards like Mithrax in the mid game. Could be a Mithrax meta, man. Like, this is a huge card in the mid game. And when poison's not available, whew, it's going to be scary. And Seafood Slinger being added back seems like a relatively safe re-addition. Seafood Slinger was the major facilitator of Amalgadon meta, but we no longer have Amalgadons. Remember the olden days of getting Seafood Slinger, targeting a Amalgadon in shop, making it gold, discovering another Seafood Slinger, which in turn turned another Murloc gold, which discovered more Amalgadons and Seafood Slingers, etc., etc. It was like friend of a friend level broken, where you just ended up with a board full of Amalgadons all the time, and then smoked the lobby. No longer do we have that problem. You can't really combine Seafood Slinger and Manted to do the same thing. Seafood Slinger plus Murlocs in general won't be overly oppressive because Toxfin is now on Tavern 6. We will see. High roll Murlocs still should have a place in the game, right? We should still have a viability of the tribe. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, just burn the frogs to the ground, dude. We don't want Murlocs to exist at all. But if you have a dead tribe in the game, that's not good. I think we've moved Murlocs to a point that they're oftentimes going to be a dead tribe in games right now. But we will find out. Big stat meta on the horizon. Nomi gets better. Big stat boards get better. I think a lot of people out there will be very happy about that. Getting rid of White Mane will bring back a bunch of those pieced together compositions. Exodia mechs, Exodia pirates, Leapfroggers and whatnot. Re-enter the meta with more power now that they can't be countered by one card. All pretty positive changes there. Regardless of how you feel about, like, oh my god, this didn't fix any of the problems, it does shake up the game. It does make the game more interesting going forward. And we only have a couple weeks left in this meta before we have the big 0.2 patch, which, fingers crossed, will add substantial value to the game. And most likely, remove quests. Because, like, this dev comment right here, also alluding to the fact that quests are going to be gone. Because, like, final weeks of the season, it's going to be gone. We move the nice things up. Enjoy them while they last. All right, guys. Have fun, take care, and have a great day. Peace.